Welcome to our update. I'm Brett Manning.
I'm Julia Scott.
And today we're dealing with an exceptionally gifted singer, one that I had worked with when she was 17, didn't see her for a while. Some things stuck, some things kind of went a little bit crazy. That happens to me. Every day my voice goes crazy. Even last night's rehearsal, I sang so hard that this morning I was like, I gotta rebalance my voice. I gotta recover it. It's like sometimes singing for me is like running a marathon. The next day I shouldn't even be walking, but I do anyway. And we're dealing with an extravagant voice that has that ability to warm up quickly, to sing aggressively, but what we want is longevity, pitch, duration, and quality. Now, you have a lot of amazing things going on, and you get a great songwriter, one of my favorite voices. You're learning to sing with deeper emotion. The hardest thing is to have so much voice that you just blow people away all the time. So we're going to deal with two things. One, getting the technique right away. Two, getting the emotion right, learning how much to add. So this is somewhat technique, somewhat style. But let's just go ahead and warm up. Say, ready? That's it. Very good. Keep that low larynx. Kind of a woofy sound. That's it. Way to go. Come on. Very good. That's it. Very even. Now, because you've been getting some new tricks lately, some high stuff, as we're returning that voice back to its original glory, plus some. We're going to go back up there and say, start real tiny. There's nothing that's like yelling doing that. It's all letting go. Good. Now, go up there and say, head voice. That's it. Very nice. Perfect. Now, a lot of that has very little edge, but we're going to warm up into the edge. Deepen your compression as you go. Now, go back up there. Don't let anything pull. Press under the chin. See, that brass is amazing. It's the opposite of yelling. Wow, wow. It's textbook. Nice. Really whiny nay. Nay. That's it. Nice and easy. That's it. And that's how the mix should sound. That's it. That's it. Now, why do you think I would start you high and then come down?
Why?
Yeah.
Probably because it's easier for me to sing high than it is low.
Well, partly. But also...
No, you're wrong.
Partly. You're wrong. It was something other than... No. No, really. The reasoning for that is... I mean, you're right, but let's go into that. If I start you up here... Woo! You're releasing from the top and slowly picking up weight as you come down. Mm-hmm. Instead of trying to drop weight as you go up.
Yeah.
Because what you have habitually understood, and it makes sense to me that as a female kind of country rock singer, it makes sense to me that you're going to do this, because they all do this, is that when they sing higher, everything tends to get heavier and heftier. So they'll say, whoa, whoa, whoa. So I might find myself going, ooh, hey. But as soon as I do that, getting louder. But if I'm having to come down from there, if I'm going, and then work back into that F from a standpoint of release, like you did on the nay, nay, nays, go back here and say, nay. I started on the E flat, you can't yell it. But you know that to be kind of a high note usually, because your talented sister, who I worked with a little bit to help her get her record deal back in the day, your talented sister hits that E and you're like, wow, that's just like, you feel like you have to yell that. But not if you start in your mix. So you can take that E flat, can be hard to sing. You can say, let's even go a step below and yell it a little bit and say, "Way," do that. And now do it even harder. Do that. And now you have just flexible enough vocal cords and just enough mix that you can kind of pull that off.
Yeah.
But then about 2 more, 3 more, it starts to get harder.
Yeah.
So to about C sharp, as a pretty high soprano, C sharps are still easy to pull up a chest voice. It's the same as driving your car at 35 miles an hour in second gear. A piece of junk little $3,000 car, little economy car at 30 miles an hour in first gear is going to blow the engine. But a Ferrari is going to do 50 miles an hour in first gear before it has to shift. That's how you are. Because your voice is a Ferrari, it'll take way more before you can go high. So what you're finding out is, well, I can do this. And you can pull it off successfully. What we're saying is, you can do this, but let's make it even easier.
Yeah.
So people are like incredulous, like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
Plus, the tone, if I'm saying mum 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 mum, it has a ringing quality that fills this room up.
Yeah.
If I'm saying mum 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 mum, not only is the tone become dull, and even though that's become a style for many singers to say, let you go, I can't escape the pain, to say, let you go, to do that is just is something that we've acclimated our ears to. But then when we hear a mix, let you go, is much better.
Yeah.
There's a kind of a sense of being on top of the note, leaning down instead of underneath the note, reaching up. So let's do that again. Let's go back to that Nay.
Nay, 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 nay.
Good.
Nay, 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 nay.
Good.
Nay, 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 nay,
Now let's soften it up even more. No.
No, 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 no.
No. Now gently pick up more weight. Gently, gently. And there's your chest voice. So you notice A, B flat, B. There's your transition. You drop in that chest voice.
Yeah.
What happens typically is you feel like it's easy as soon as you get over your bridge to C, C sharp.
Yeah.
D, it starts to pick up more effort, and then you have another bridge where it releases again at G. So it's like it's going like this in effort, and then suddenly gets easier.
Yeah.
Goes up, suddenly gets easier every time you hit a bridge.
Yeah.
So your voice is going like this in range. Ooh, it keeps going up, ooh, all the way through the ceiling. But your effort level's like, even though your voice keeps going.
Yeah.
So all they hear is your voice is taken off of the ceiling. All you feel is this. Unless the effort is concomitant of what they're hearing. Unless you're going, every note higher gets harder. Either that or every note, as soon as I hit my mix, the pressure comes up. Well, let's go back there, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to feel it evenly. Put two fingers on the piano. You're going to put pressure, and you're going to go, mum, 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 mum. Just feel that same bounce. And the same bounce you feel here, the same pressure you're going to feel here. Mum, 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 mum. As a matter of fact, you can just touch this, just kind of just press, press, press. Ready?
Okay.
Mum, 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 mum. Yes, same amount of pressure. Love it. Love it. Now go ahead and drop the jaw a little bit because we're going to start filling up that space. Now that it's easy, ma 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 a little more. Ma ma. Let's swing that jaw up a little more. Ma 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 ma. That's it. That's it. That's it. Way to go. Did you notice how having something outwardly?
Yeah.
There's an outward manifestation of what's happening inside. This reflects what's happening on the inside.
I can visualize it, I feel like, a little bit better.
Yeah, because
Like I'm visualizing my voice.
Yeah, because then you say, this is how much pressure I'm putting on my voice. Because typically, what we were talking about the other day, we were talking about tending to say when.
When.
Say when.
Say when.
Instead of when. When. As soon as I'm looking in the mirror in my studio right here, as soon as I feel the corners of my mouth go up, when, I'm in trouble. So say when, say when.
When.
Now say hi, when.
When.
Now say when.
When.
Do it up higher, when.
When.
Now you're still in your mix. Your habits are too good. It's good.
Oh, dang it.
I can't fail.
I can't blow it.
I'm trying to blow it really bad to show how things can get crazy. Go up there and say, when. Hard.
What no?
Yeah, right there.
When.
Yeah, and still you finished in mix. Now say, when. Almost like you're saying win. The winners take it all. When.
When.
All day long.
Yep.
All day long. When.
When.
Good. When. Nice, it's so free. And you notice you got a little bit of cool rattle in there?
A little bit of
that rattle.
itchiness.
Yeah, a little bit of that phlegm
Yeah.
on the vocal cords gives you a natural rasp.
Because I've been singing a lot lately.
But it's all right. Do it again. When. I love it. I love it. You're just, most people have to like get a running start to hit a D. They have to, you know, me, a lot of times, yeah, you know. Now, say, now here's the thing. There's a habit of, for years, every time you say it goes, But when I say, even when, say it just like this, say, even when.
Even when.
See, your lips goes, say, your lips say, when.
When.
So you don't want to go, even when.
Yeah.
And raise your eyebrows, it's because that, there's times to do that.
Yeah.
And give a good expression. But if the expression is to hit the note instead of because you hit the note, it's in order to hit the note instead of because you hit the note, then you're in trouble. So even when, go ahead, even when.
Even when.
Now do that, but be as loud as you want. But keep
Even when.
Yes. Do it again.
You're still here even when you're gone.
Your is better now.
And there we go.
Yes. Yeah.
Even when. Even
Now,
when.
see, yes.
Even when.
Even when.
Even when you're gone.
See it, that's all mixed. Keep going.
Keep on.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, everywhere I turn, everywhere I look, everything running from my keep coming back to you.
Now, for now, we'll say, coming back, Beck, B-E-C-K.
Coming back to you.
Now, you keep your mouth here so it doesn't go like this. Just go, coming back.
Coming back to you.
Now, instead of back, which is pure chest, go say, a cappella. Coming back, a cappella, say, coming back. Go ahead.
Coming back.
See how it dropped into chest kind of
Yeah.
heavy? Now, you can do that. You can
Okay.
do that. But I want to show you how to hold your mix together.
Okay.
Coming back, be. And just say be. Don't put any vibrato yet.
Coming back.
Ooh, that bit. It had more bit. Bite. See, if I say, coming back. See how it's kind of yes, suddenly goes in. I'm min at mix. Coming back. I slipped out of my mix.
Okay.
Coming back to you. Back. But you're. And now here's another thing too. Come in had to go to mix because it was narrow. So just say come in for now.
Come in.
You know the cool thing too is when the voice is tired. You'll get that kind of
rasp.
cool. It's a really cool texture.
kinda cool,
It's
yeah, I
really
like it.
cool. I love it. I love that in the studio. I purposely sometimes have people sing until they're tired, so the voice just gets a little bit of texture. That's really cool because you still have bite, but you have texture.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have that bite plus the texture, or you're gonna have a yelling quality. Let's take the bite and texture.
Yeah.
So say come in for now. Come in.
Come in.
I love it. Now, come in back. Go ahead.
Come in back.
You slipped out of it. Slip back to it. Come in back. Come in.
Come in back.
Now, here's what I want you to do. Think of put the back where the in was.
Okay.
Come in back. You want to go, come in back. Come in back. Go ahead.
Come in back.
Come in back.
Come in back.
Still pulled up a little bit now. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a naughty thing. You can do it both ways. It's a subtle naughty thing. Hey, you're talking to a guy who screams F sharps above high C full out.
I know.
For the, you've heard me. It's like,
I know.
what the heck? Rumor has it she might throw down a couple BGVs with me every now and then, so she knows. But this time say, come in back, come in back. Go up.
Coming back.
See, it has to go to mix, huh?
Yeah.
No, did you see what you did instinctively? You did what Brian McKnight does.
Yeah.
He doesn't go, she give me love. She give me love, love. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can sing 7 notes without copyrights. And copyrights. So, how about that song?
All right.
So, she give me love. If she goes, she give me love. Love. Alive is a British bathroom. Alive. She give me love. Love. So you said, you come in back, back. When you close it down, it went,
Yeah.
sneak it up into that mix. If
Yeah.
it's, so as soon as
See,
it hits that splat.
I'm not familiar with what is my mix and what's not yet.
Yes,
You know,
it's-
I need to work on like knowing when I'm in my mix.
And that's
because I
wh-
don't really know.
And that's the beautiful, beautiful thing about this update, because this is for others' edification. They'll watch this and they'll say, I get it, because I see the corrective measure. And you'll go back and watch this and you say, oh man, I hear
Oh.
I'm insanely good. But
I
you know,
won't say that.
but you're insane. You're insanely good, even if you cheat. You know, because look, there are times if I, God willing, end up vocally producing a couple stuff on your EP, which I think that's going to happen. You know, there'll be times I'm going to say, now yell this note. Oh, Brett, that's the thing you told me not to do. I said, yeah, but the song is begging for it.
Yeah.
So, but I'm showing how you can be right plus artistically even better by doing that. Now go do it again. Coming back. Now what you can do is don't change anything. Coming back. Go ahead.
Coming back.
Yes. Now, had you said coming back, it's going to get harder. So stick with the mix. Coming back.
Coming back.
Now, coming baby, baby.
Coming back.
You have to be in mix, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming back, 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 back.
Coming back.
Good. And that's just so much richer. It has so much more resonance. The vibe is better. And guess what? If you yell on this B, this E is almost easy. Is almost impossible. But if you mix on the B, then you're going to mix on the A. This mistake will make a mistake here, which will make this impossible. Now, go to A. That's it. We're gonna mix it up.
You're pushing me, aren't you?
Yeah, oh yeah. Na 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 na. See, I didn't. You sang it better than I played it. Do it again. Again. And see how much mix. I mean, you're floating. And notice another thing that's happening, another phenomenon. Your voice is a little tired because you've been working really, really a lot lately. And singing and writing a lot and getting ready for some big things.
Yep.
But another phenomenon that's happening with you, this is incredible, is that even though when we were warming up, we were saying, well, and we had a little break here a little bit a minute ago, and say, my voice feels a little tired. So the vibrato can speed up a little bit. And it is.
It is?
But it's
Because
speeding
I'm all
up.
warmed up.
But it's a speeding up as a result. See, you can be cold and your vibrato can spin like this. But when you're tired, the vibrato feels labored.
Yeah.
But technique takes all that labor that you normally would feel and makes it irrelevant. So the beautiful thing about technique is it's for your good days and your bad days. If you throw technique out the water, out the window, in the water,
Throw
out with
it
the
in the
bath
water.
water. You throw out the baby with the bath water through the window. Somebody's confused. Clearly, I'm confused about what I'm trying to say. If you throw out throw technique out the window, then what happens is you can do that on your really good days. My voice is just feeling good. What do you do when you feel bad? Today the voice didn't feel good. Mine didn't either. Mine's coming back at the same time as yours is. I'm starting to feel a little bit more. If I abuse on my bad days, if I panic, panicking when you're having a bad day is the result of fear.
Yeah.
And fear is usually the result of an absence of knowledge, an absence of faith, and an absence of knowledge. Fear is of the unknown. When Columbus sailed across the ocean, it was a little unknown, and a lot of the guys turned back. We're going to go off the edge of the earth. But as soon as you know what's there, there's less fear and less trepidation. So when you're doing that, when you
I
now
tend
that
to
you have known,
oversing too, like when I'm fearful.
yes,
When I'm having bad days, like I'll oversing. I'll push harder than I normally
Right.
would, and doesn't necessarily sound better.
human beings are the only animals who run faster when we get lost. And so we have to return to what we know works.
Yeah.
So do that again. Na 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 na. Do that.
Na, 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 na.
Now you're floating there. The vibra's better. Now. Na 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 na. Up there.
Na, 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 na,
That's an F sharp. Nobody wants to sing an F sharp. Celine Dion hits that, and it's heroic at the very end of All By Myself when she says, anymore, anymore. So she said, go ahead. You're hitting it. That's so freaking high. It's crazy. You're
But it
kinda
doesn't
like,
feel high. That's what's
No.
weird. Because I'm not like pushing. I'm not like normally. Well, you know, when I would try to hit high notes before, I thought because if I push harder, if I used more muscle in my neck, or if I tightened up, you know, enough, I could like squeeze the note out.
If you yell
but now
harder.
I'm learning from you, you know, that it's not about pushing harder. It's actually it's the opposite of that.
Let's live with that and just go back to that. Let's hit that chorus again. And then here's what we do. No matter what, don't like this. We can return back to
Think
that
this.
wide open mouth. Yeah. Think the my face picture. My face. You know. Taking my own picture
Take
here.
the pucker picture.
The pucker lip. Fish lips.
Everywhere I go, everywhere I turn, everywhere I look, every memory that I'm running from, I keep coming back to you.
Now go. You say coming back. You say coming back.
Coming back
Instead, now still, it's going back to chest voice. So we're gonna go coming back.
I keep coming back to you.
Yes. And that's easier than the other one. And sounds better. Do it
Yeah.
again.
I keep coming back to you. Yeah.
Yes. We
Awkward.
love it.
We're the only
we
ones
love
in the
it.
room. Yay!
Yes. Woo. So let's wind this up. What we've learned is that technique doesn't rob you. Technique helps you. Technique helps you on your worst day as well as your best day. That you can cheat technique a little bit, but eventually you cheat yourself. And you have to learn how to differentiate between what is truly chest voice and mixed voice. And a lot of times it takes a set of ears outside of yourself. But the more you hear somebody, the more you begin to do three things. In order to train the voice, to train the singer, you must coordinate the vocal cords, coordinate the voice. You must inform the mind, and you must acclimate the ears. Once the ears are acclimated and they say, yes, that's in my ears, I see the sound I'm supposed to make. She never heard anybody yell like that. She would just do mix. So the more she hears mix, unless you hear some of the singers out there are just yelling their heads off and singing flat. The more you hear that, the easier this is going to get for you. And nonetheless, you're always on. You're just amazing. It's amazing to cheat and still be this good. Now, that's my summary. Why don't you give us your quick summary of epiphanies that you had that you didn't have before we started today?
Well, I'm definitely learning that singing harder and louder doesn't help you hit a higher note. And I'm learning the difference between singing in my mix and singing in full voice. And sometimes singing in the mix actually sounds better, than singing in full voice. That's probably the biggest thing for me is I didn't really know what my mix was. And also my pronunciation and the way that I move my mouth. When I sing up high and when I'm singing certain words, I tend to open up my mouth and make faces that I wouldn't normally make, when I'm just sitting down talking, having a conversation. And that's not necessarily the right way to do things. So, I'm definitely learning about even just different sounds that come out of your mouth just by the way that you shape your mouth and pronounce words. So that's huge for me. We had a breakthrough.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
We're breaking through, Brett Manning.
All right.